Soon be off. Racing in the Pacing Championship final. Jikk Adios was a little slow and Willadios bounded out best, won the jump over Qatari Night. Action Advice fast away and then Lord Pancho. Jikk Adios pushing up in the centre, followed by Trunky Wish and Lehigh Lad from Disco Adios. Koala King and Frosty M drops to the rear. Down the side the first time on the Victorian Qatari Night heads off Willadios and shoots to the lead. Jikk Adios is third, followed by Lord Pancho on the rail and then coming Lehigh Lad, a length and a half to Trunky Wish. Well back as Action Advice and then Disco Adios, and at the tail are Frosty Imp and Koala King. Down the home section, Jikk Adios sprinting up on the outside of Qatari Night, anxious to get to the lead, and he will too. And Jikk Adios takes up the running in the run to the back, a length and a half to Qatari Night, 3/4 of a length to Lord Pancho, a length to Willadios. Then follows Lehigh Lad and Trunky Wish, about 3 or 4 lengths to Action Advice, Disco Adios, Koala King, and Frosty Imp at the tail of the field. Down the back, and Jikk Adios the leader. Lord Pancho racing into second place, Qatari Night third on the rail. A length away as Willadios says trouble. Trunky Wish broke up. Action Advice was inconvenienced. Disco Adios, Koala King and Frosty Imp had to go around them. Out of the back straight and down the side now. 1700 to go. And Jikk Adios the leader. A length and a half to Lord Pancho. 2 lengths away third Qatari Night. A length and a half to Willadios. A length to Lehigh Lad without any cover. Trunky Wish getting through now on the inside. Further back Action Advice, Disco Adios and Koala King. And a length and a half to Frosty Imp. It's a strung out field as they run down the straight with 2 laps to go. Past the 1600, and Jikk Adios is doing it well in the lead. A length and a half to Lord Pancho. A length to Trunky Wish on the inside of Qatari Night, posted without cover. A length and a half to Action Advice on the inside of Willadios. A length further back is Lehigh Lad, and then coming Disco Adios, Koala King, and the last one is Frosty Imp. Into the back, a lap and 3/4 to go in the Australian Pacing Championship final, and Jikk Adios the leader. A length in front of Lord Pancho, 3/4 of a length to Qatari Night. Over on the fence, Trunky Wish, and then Willadios. Disco Adios has set a light on going around the field. Action Advice well back with Lehigh Lad, Koala King, and the last one, Frosty Imp. Out of the back, they come down the side with a bell coming up at the 1,000-metre mark. And the leader is Jikk Adios, a length to Lord Pancho. Disco Adios working up 3 wide. Qatari Night between the runners. A length away is Trunky Wish, and then Willadios. A length to Action Advice inside of Lehigh Lad, 2 to Koala King, and a length and a half to Frosty Imp. Down the straight, 1 lap to go in the Australian Pacing Championship final as they get to the bell. And Jikk Adios is highballing it out in front. He's a length clear. Disco Adios second. Lord Pancho hemmed away third. A length to the Victorian Qatari Night, and then Trunky Wish. Here comes Frosty Imp. He's coming around the outside. Willadios about to go before him. Well back as Action Advice, Lehigh Lad, and the last Koala King. 600 to go into the back. And Jikk Adios, he's still got a good hold on him. A length on Disco Adios and Lord Pancho. Qatari Night and Frosty Imp putting in their runs together. Willadios going to the inside, and then Lehigh Lad and Koala King inside the 400. Jikk Adios the leader. A length in front of Lord Pancho off the rail. Willadios on the fence, and then Qatari Night under the whip from Lehigh Lad, and Frosty M can't win from there. Jikk Adios the one to beat on the corner. A length and a half to Lord Pancho, and then Willadios and Qatari Night, but Jikk Adios shot clear halfway down the running. In second placing Lord Pancho, and then coming Willadios, but he's a super horse, Jikk Adios. He's racing away from his rivals, and Jikk Adios too good. Lord Pancho second, either Qatari Night or Willadios third, followed in by Lehigh Lad, Frosty Imp, a long way back to Action Advice, Koala King, and tailed off were Trunky Wish and Disco Adios.